everybody. Welcome back to another video, the T on NPD and relationships. Hello, everyone. To all of my new subscribers and new family members, hello and welcome, y'all. And to my tribe and family at large, listen, y'all, welcome back. Thank you all so much for, of course, coming back and watching another video. Family, y'all know I'm always mentioning our Thursday, sometimes Friday night live streams. On Thursdays, we're usually 5:30. And if we happen to do it on a Friday, then it's usually 6:30 on a Friday evening. But please turn your notification bells on, okay? So you all can get every time we drop a video or we go live on the channel, you'll be sure to get the notifications. And you know what I've been noticing too is that those of you that may have been subscribed to the channel for quite some time and you're not getting your notifications, when you try to go and turn the notifications on, it doesn't allow you to. It makes you unsubscribe, and then I guess you have to resubscribe to turn the bells on. And I guess maybe it's because the system upgrades with YouTube. I'm not sure, but make sure you got your notification bells on, okay? Because you may be able to go through the settings on your phone and turn it on that way. All right, y'all. And y'all know every time I drop a video on the channel, the goal of the day is 2.1K plus on the likes, okay? If you rocks with your girl, y'all hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. I need y'all to do that for me, okay? One time for the one time, okay? I need y'all to do that for your girl. All right, y'all. Okay, so listen, let's jump into the topic of this video. Let's get right to it. I want to talk about it. I want to talk about the fact that, you know, the narcissist was really banking on the trauma bond. And it was powerful. It really was, you know, but not enough to hold you. You understand what I'm saying? And I want to do this video because I want you all to understand that there is a method to the madness, okay? There is a method to the madness. And when you understand that narcissistic abuse is not just about the abuse that you're suffering on a day-to-day, the verbal, the mental, you know, sometimes the physical, and every other kind of way that they can abuse your entire existence. When you understand that it's not just about that this is actually spiritual warfare, then, you know, this is why I want to do this video, because I want y'all to understand. See, whenever you're dealing with a toxic individual that doesn't value themselves and could not possibly value you, okay, you are dealing with a person that has absolutely no bottom. Okay. And y'all saw that in the relationship with the narcissist. They had no bottom. They were always from one thing to the next. You could never do anything right. And when you did, they moved the goalpost and all of this type of nonsense. They did this on a regular basis. Okay. And y'all know the abuse was constant. And when they did, it was so bad. But when the times were good, they were so good. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean, like, you would come out of that down slope, and as you're going up into one of the high moments in the relationship, I mean, that narcissist is doing everything. They are sometimes they will wait on you hand and foot. You know, what you need, can I help you do something? All of that future faking and all of that fake mess. You know what I'm saying? Doing it to you over and over and over again. This is what actually creates the trauma bond, the highs and the lows, right? And we don't understand it, but our mind becomes addicted to it. You know, here we go. We about to start, especially if you haven't taken the time to heal the traumas in your soul. You are going to definitely fall prey to this trauma bond. See, the narcissist is banking on the trauma bond. This is why they abuse you the way that they do. And see, the narcissist is also, they're working with agents of darkness, these spirits of darkness, these dark entities that have been around for ages, okay? Ages. But guess what? They thought, okay, they really banked on that addiction and that trauma bond. They were really banking on the fact that you were never going to be able to get out of that. This is why they continue to do that cycle, the love bomb, devalue, discard, because the more cycles you go through, the more ingrained that cycle and that pattern becomes inside of you. Right? I'm telling y'all, I'm giving y'all some deep revelation. This is what happens. And so what begins to happen is as you go through these cycles of love bomb, devalue, discard, the narcissist is slowly dimming your light. I mean, over and over and over and over again. So as your light is being dimmed, you have to understand that we have to be able to pull ourselves back. Okay? We have to be able to pull ourselves back. And the only way that you can pull yourself back is you got to recognize what's going on. See, the narcissists don't bank on you recognizing what's going on. You see what I'm saying? And whenever you are in this type of situation and you're so confused because they keep you in the chaos, they keep you in the confusion, y'all arguing all the time, and it's control chaos because it's chaos that they are creating. You're just sitting there like, why are we arguing again? Like, I don't even understand this. Like, what is happening? This crazy. Like, what is going on right? The narcissist knows full well what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They know how to do it. They know just how much pressure to apply. They know all of that. But watch them. I'll show y'all something. They was banking on that trauma bomb, but baby, what they didn't bank on was that light you had. That's what they didn't bank on. See, they thought that taking you through them cycles over and over and over again was going to take you so low that light, you know, that like that old hymn says, don't let your light burn low. My little 2-year-old niece, she loves to sing that hymn, right? Don't let your light burn low. See, all of those different cycles over and over, the narcissist thought that they were going to be able to actually steal your personality, to be able to just ascertain that light, to pull that light away from you. But see, what they didn't bank on was the fact that, guess what? They might be working with age-old dark entities inside of them, but baby, your light is given to you by the Ancient of Days. If you don't know who the Ancient of Days is, you better go check your Bible. You better go check your Bible on the Ancient of Days, baby. Okay? See, the Ancient of Days can never be outdone. Okay? Who is the source of your light? Yes. See, they didn't bank on the Ancient of Days being that standard that was lifted when that trauma bond didn't want to let up. And see, he said when the enemy come in like a flood, that the Spirit of the Lord will lift up a standard against him. Okay, that flood was that trauma bond. Because all it is a demonic stronghold, y'all. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's a demonic stronghold in your soul. Not a possession, just a stronghold. It's got you held, bound, and captive in that place. But baby, when that narcissist did what they did, yeah, they did. They did that thing. When they did what they did for the last time, and you say, you know what? I'm done with this, baby. The Ancient of Days begin to rise up in you, baby. And that light got to shining so bright and guess what? When the light got to shining, y'all got to pack in their stuff. And some of y'all got to pack in your own stuff. Okay? But when that light, that little flicker that was still there, okay? When the Ancient of Days re-energized that thing and you really came into the knowledge of what you were dealing with, you said, oh, you got me all the way twisted and bent over several barrels. You got to get up out of here, buddy. Listen, ain't no more room for you. Love don't live here anymore for you, honey. Okay? See, they banked on the abuse. Yeah, they did. And they did what they did. And you did what you did. But what they didn't understand is that they can't take out a light that they didn't give. They can't. There's no way. And see, they thought that their abuse was more powerful than the Ancient of Days that you have housed in your soul, in your spirit, man. See, when you begin to pull on that dunamis power, see, ain't nothing that the enemy can do with that. And that's including the narcissist. See, that dunamis is going to take out everything that's trying to take you out. And that's why you were able to take the trash out with that narcissist. And they didn't. And guess what? Now they got to sit back and watch you eat. They got to sit back and watch you shine, glow, and grow. They got to do all of that because they underestimated the light and the fire inside of you. This is something that they often do. And I tell y'all all the time, narcissists they just don't have the ability of foresight. Period. They don't. Period. They don't have the ability of foresight. See, they don't understand that one day you're going to get tired of that trash. That one day you just gonna sit there and be like, you know what? I'm so sick of this, and and guess what? I'm not dealing with it anymore. And see, they don't ever anticipate that. They banked on that trauma bond. Yeah, they did. They banked on it. They thought it was something that they were gonna have you in that holding pattern forever. But baby, let me tell you something. When you get tired of a thing, and a thing just done got on your last nerve like that narcissist did. See, they banked on something that was beneath you. Yeah, that's what they did. They banked on something that was beneath you. But see, they thought it was on top of you because they thought they was ruling and controlling everything. But baby, let me tell you something. Now that you out, who really got the last laugh? See, they pegged you wrong. They did. They did, and that's okay. Let them stay over there, continuing to watch you. But this is what they do, because they don't ever think that you're going to find out or figure out how to come out of that stronghold in your soul called a trauma bond. That's what they banked on. But baby, they got it wrong again. All right? So listen, celebrate your wins, okay? And guess what? Only remember your losses to see how far you came. Because guess what? Baby, they can't stop you now. They ain't nothing they can do. All they can do is sit back and sulk and grit their teeth and be mad at what they see. Because baby, let me tell you something. Here it is. Here it is. You can't break what you didn't create. Boom. There you go. There it is. All right, family. So listen, take really good care of yourselves. All right. And I will see you all on the next video, family. I love you all. And I will see you all healed and whole at the top. Shalom, family. Peace.